There you go. All right, I've been doing Plexus for 3 years now. So, and it has been amazing. I do these calls because I think everybody should hear about these wonderful products. It's also been huge financially for my family and I as well. So really quick background on me. I am somebody who's normally really shy, behind the scenes, don't put me in front of anybody. But when I saw what these products were doing for my family and caught on to the vision of this company, I knew I had to share, because there's so many people out there who are hurting and who are suffering like I used to. I used to struggle with all kinds of hormone issues. The mood swings, different stuff. It just wasn't fun. I'm a mom of 4 kids. I'm a homeschool mom. I'm a youth pastor's wife. I love what I do. I love being in ministry, but I never felt great. And I didn't realize how good I could feel until I started the products. And so many people would tell you the same thing. Like it's remarkable. So tonight I just want to share a little bit with you. We're going to go through a little presentation. We're going to try to keep it short. And we'll talk about the products and you'll hear some testimonies and it's going to be great. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share here really quick so y'all can see my screen. And then we will go from there. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see, Linda. Nope, not Linda. Lisa, I can see you. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. All right, so what if this could change everything? All right. These products, seriously, like I said before, have made a huge difference in my life. I am not the same person I used to be physically, mentally. I don't know if you've ever struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, anything like that. Like I said, mood swings, that was me. I was the person who, when it was that time of month, which I think we're all ladies on here, but if there's guys on here, hey, you know how it is if you're married. I struggled like big time. I felt like, man, I'm like some type of psycho mom because I was so moody. So anyway, what if it could change everything for you? So I want you to think about that as I talk and as you hear people share tonight, that this really could make a huge difference in your life. All right, quick disclaimer, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. It's brought to you by Plexus ambassadors, a case like myself. Plexus does not sponsor it. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you're about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. All right, we're not making any claims or sharing, what we believe Plexus has done for us. But by all means, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I know my products. I know how awesome they are. But by all means, if you have like a medical issue or anything like that, talk to your doctor. Show them the ingredients. They're great. They're safe. But just show them and they can approve it for you. So just wanted to put that out there. Just a quick disclaimer. All right, so what is your goal? What would you like to learn about tonight? Well, different things I hear people say is weight loss, gut health, pain management, regulating blood sugar, cholesterol, mental clarity, maybe the financial opportunity. I know when I first joined, I wanted the products and I wanted them cheap. So I joined as an ambassador. And then I realized, wait, like I have to share this. And then I started making money and I had no clue. Like it was crazy. So maybe you're somebody who's stuck, financially. I do share that as much as I share the products because I really believe there are a lot of people out there who are struggling and living paycheck to paycheck, or maybe not even that. And it's just as much of a burden as their health. So I definitely share that with everybody. Okay, so Plexus is all about getting to the root of the problem. We're all about the blood sugar, gut health, inflammation. All right, those are the roots. When you Google, symptoms that maybe you're going through, one of these, and a lot of times it's the gut, is linked. So Plexus isn't about masking the problem. They're not about some magic or quick fix. They're about getting products in you that go down and work on that core issue. So that's huge. All right, so who's tried Plexus and what has it done for you? We're going to do a couple quick testimonies here. And Rebecca, I think I saw you. Rebecca Soto, are you on here? If you want to unmute and go ahead and share your testimony. Maybe she's not. Rebecca, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. Okay, talk again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. All right, go ahead, girl.
Sorry, we're running errands and I didn't get home in time. So,
You're good.
well, my name is Rebecca Soto, like Amber said, and I have been with Plexus for a little over a year now. Um, in the beginning, I was, hold on, baby. In the beginning, before I started, I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4 kids, and so in the beginning, I was just super tired. I had been dealing with some issues from a long time ago. Ever since I was a little kid, I have had trouble going to the bathroom regularly. Number two, I would go maybe 3 or 4 days without going to the bathroom. And when I was like 3, my mom took me to the doctor, thinking that something was wrong with me. And the doctor told her that I was just fine, it was just normal. So I grew up my whole life thinking that what I was dealing with my bathroom issues was a normal thing. Little did I know that it wasn't normal. And so I felt terrible. I had tons of toxins. I felt sluggish. I had, bloating and just discomfort, and it was terrible. And I was also dealing with low thyroid, and I couldn't take any medication for that. The medication that I was on would make me a crazy person. I felt like the Hulk who wanted to like bust through a wall. I had major anxiety. My heart would pound and like race. Felt like it wanted to jump out of my chest. And I just felt like a terrible person. And that was no matter what dose they put me on, was from the smallest dose to the largest dose. I was all over the charts with that, and it wasn't working. So I don't recommend anybody do this, but I took myself off of medication because I felt I could at least be a good mom and a good wife with no energy, instead of being this psycho crazy person while I was on my thyroid medication. So when I took myself off the medication, I became severely addicted to caffeine, because that was the only way I could get through my day. So I would drink 5 to 6 cups of coffee in the morning, and in the afternoon I would switch to 3 or 4 large Dr. Peppers, and that's how I got through my day. So when I started Plexus, I started with the Triplex and the X Factor, and within 3 days of being on the Triplex, I think it was Slim that did it, I couldn't stand the taste of Dr. Pepper anymore, and I still can't. I still can't drink it. I can't drink soda. Like rarely will I have a soda. If I do, it's like a ginger ale, but if I'm like sick or something. But rarely does that ever happen. My stomach issues have totally been eliminated. I am regular now, and my thyroid is now functioning in normal ranges.
Wow. Wow.
So it's been amazing, and it's totally changed my life.
Wow. Wow, girl,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Man, I don't know, like every time I hear your testimony, I think a little bit more sinks in. I don't know, like it's just, I don't know, it just seems like it's getting better and better. So especially that thyroid, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Yeah.
Hot mess.
Yeah. Very cool. Aw. All right. Well, thank you. If you want to go ahead and just mute back, and then Jen Wiltbank, are you on here, girl? I think I saw you.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey, if you could go ahead and share your testimony.
Sure, absolutely. So I'm Jen. I'm a Plexus ambassador. I joined about a year ago. I'm also a wife, a mom, and a dental hygienist. So I guess I really kind of tried it out of desperation, because they've said I was exhausted. I didn't feel like myself. I had a 2-year-old at the time, and he just sucked all energy from me. And I wasn't myself, and it was horrible. And I'd seen some Plexus posts. Some people had reached out to me about it, and I thought they were crazy, to be honest. I was like, no, it's never going to happen. I am a dental hygienist. I'm a healthcare professional. I don't do magic pills or anything like that. And then I finally, out of desperation, started researching it. I researched it for months. And then I decided, why not? I'm going to try it. Everything looked good with the research. Like I base everything on science with that kind of thing, clinical studies, and what do doctors say, and what does my doctor say? All of these things. So I got all of that done. I figured I would try it. Within a week of trying Plexus, it was the craziest thing. I started on the Triplex, and within a week, I started to feel like myself again, and it was huge for me because I hadn't felt like that in so long. And I had energy to get through my day, and not just get through, but like thrive. Like I was, myself again. I felt like I was failing at life really before. And, I felt like I was being, I was being the mom I wanted to be. I was being the wife I wanted to be. I was being the dental hygienist I wanted to be. And it was just awesome. And then I started it within a couple weeks after that, my digestive issues started to improve. I'd been gluten-free for 7 years, and I started researching that more with, leaky gut and gluten intolerance and all of these things and probiotics. And I'd read all of this stuff about Plexus and probiotics, and I thought, I'm going to give myself 6 months before I try it, because I wanted really to give myself a chance to actually do well with it. And I tried it, and I was terrified to try it, to be honest. But I did. I tried gluten, and I now no longer have to be gluten-free because my intolerance is better. And I don't want to say is healed, but is better. And it amazes me, because the last time I tried gluten before I was on Plexus and the probiotics and everything, I lost 6 pounds in 13 hours. It was not fun. It was terrible. But that was my life. So it's just one of those things. It's made a huge difference in me. My son is now able to eat gluten as well. He takes the probiotics. I no longer have eczema, which was also huge, because I can use normal laundry detergent and normal lotions and all of those things. And I have my products paid for really, really quickly, and now make a paycheck every month, which is awesome as well. But it's been really huge for me and my family, and really my friends too. So it's been awesome. I love what it's done for me, and everyone I know, really.
Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't know about the gluten thing. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's
I'll
so
have to
nice.
check.
I can eat gluten. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. We have a couple others on the team. I don't know if you know the Watsons, and they can have gluten now. So that's really cool. Well, cool, girl. Thank you for sharing. All right, so we just heard some great testimonies. All right, so let's learn about these products. And I know several of you are on here and who are customers who want to know more about these new products. And I know we have guests who want to know about these new products and how they work, and actually how they work with our probiotic and cleanse that we already had. So we have our Slim, we have our X Factor, but they made them even better. So I asked my friend Julie McNeely. She is somebody I've met through Plexus, and we've become really good friends. She's the sweetest thing. She has a great Southern accent. So she is what I consider a product expert, and she knows her stuff. So I asked her to jump on here, and she is going to tell us about these products, how they work, just wonderful things about them. So if you want, take notes, but they are amazing. So Julie, if you want to go ahead and unmute, girl, and I'll let you take this part over.
Yes, thank you. I know it always cracks me up when people talk about my Southern accent, because I don't even hear it. But I will trust you. Anyway, I'm super excited to share about these products, guys. And it's not just because I'm a little bit of a science nerd. It just interests me to find out the ins and outs of how these things work. And I was like a lot of you maybe that are on the call, and even if you have, even if you sit here listening and have total belief now in these products, maybe at one point you didn't, or maybe that's you right now. You're like, oh, these people, they're crazy. What are they talking about? But I'm telling you, I was one of those people. I was a skeptic at the time that I came in contact with our products. I was eating the right way. I was actually coaching in my gym, and had been up under someone who was a 4-year degree in nutrition and science. And so I feel like I knew all the thing, and I was a self-confessed supplement snob. So, but I also had an autoimmune disease that was just wreaking havoc on my body, even though I was doing all the right things. And so enter the products that someone shared with me, and I really didn't have any knowledge of what it was about, but I honestly was in a place that I had been praying for an answer, and was so thankful that a month later was so thankful that I had just decided to go on and give it a try. Because, like she said at the beginning, what if this could change everything? That was certainly the thing for me, that, I wanted this to be the last product I ever had to take, and that was what it became for me. I'm off of all of my medication for my autoimmune issue, for my severe head pain that I had, and also for issues with the stomach that would cause my throat to be inflamed. So super thankful that I'm no longer having to be medicated for that, and that I have energy and amazing recovery in the gym. So thankful for those things. That's why I want you to understand where my belief comes from, and why I know that these products truly work. And it's because they are not a magic pill, because they are actually getting in there and doing what your body needs so that it can function the way that God created it to function. And as you see the graphic that's on the screen, I love this because it's the quickest and easiest way for us to understand the approach of these products. I think a lot of times all that we think about is, a lot of people, we have an outside-in approach, right? We want to see the weight come off. We want to see the size go down. And those things do happen. But honestly, it's a happy side effect of what Plexus is actually doing. It's not the number one goal, but it is a side effect that you will have if indeed that's what you need. Because what these products do is they really help you reach that optimal place for your body. I've actually had people who needed to gain weight in these products because it's getting their body healthy from the inside out. It actually helps them with that. So if that's you and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to lose weight, it's okay. Or if it's you going, wait a minute, people are gaining weight and you're wanting to lose, it's okay. That is because these products help your body get to its optimal functioning potential. And so that's what I love about it. So let's start, first of all, I'm just going to kind of go through this, but I want to start first with Slim, because that's really our core product. That's what you're going to hear a lot of people kind of be drawn to first, because if you're on here tonight, you've been invited for somebody, I'm sure you've seen them post a pink drink selfie, right? And so our Plexus Slim, the great thing about it is it's super simple to use. You're just going to grab, if you can see me, I know some of you probably can, some of you can't, but we just have a little stick here and it's literally super simple. You're just going to pour it into a bottle of water. I usually just sip off the top and pour it in there, and it mixes up super easily. It's fantastic the way it tastes. If you like, to me, this new Slim tastes kind of like a strawberry blow pop. That's what I think. Or maybe a Jolly Rancher. That's kind of what it reminds me of when I drink it. But really the best way to describe it is like summer in your mouth. It's really fantastic. I love it. But here's what's great about this. As far as with this example of thinking about your body, your microbiome, and you hear this word, and I don't want you to glaze over. Literally just what that means. It means that the community of your gut, okay, the things that you can't see, micro meaning smaller than your eyes can see, and then bio meaning a life community. There's this whole life community that's happening in your gut. And we don't realize that how everything we do, everything we put in our mouths, and even what we put on our skin, it all affects that. And so the awesome thing about it is that that's what Plexus is directly addressing. And so with this, the Slim is really this superfood, like it says there, if you think Miracle-Gro. But the awesome thing is it's not Miracle-Gro you just throw out and like you put on your weeds. Nobody would want to do that, like put Miracle-Gro on your weeds in your garden, right? What it does is it feeds the good things that are there. So it's going to help prepare that soil. Like you get a tiller and you go out in the garden, you want to get up all the grass that you don't want to be there. It's going to prepare that soil. It's going to get all of that ready. It's going to put the nutrients there that are in there. So it really helps your body, the good things, to grow. And it's going to give you amazing energy, not because it's ramped up with all of this caffeine and all these things. So no stress there. You're not going to have this huge crash. And it doesn't have any aspartame or sucralose or any natural sugars or additives or anything like that. It's all plant-based, which is fantastic because it's good for you. So this Slim, what it does is it's going to regulate your blood sugar. It's going to go in there and make sure that your insulin levels aren't having these rises and falls, that they're staying even keeled, because that helps your body overall. So many of the functions of your body are linked to your insulin levels and your blood sugar levels. And when those are stabilized, I'm telling you, the energy that you have, it's just this natural sustained energy that makes you feel great. So this is what is just so fantastic about this product, is that it's not this huge surge of energy and this crash, and it's not all these jitters and these kind of things. The other great thing about it is that within the Slim, it increases, especially this new Slim, it increases the short chain fatty acids. Okay, so don't glaze over. I'm talking sciencey for just a second, but let me tell you why this matters, because that's really what you want to know. Why does this matter? Here's why it matters. Because these short chain fatty acids, the certain ones that the Slim increases, it helps with appetite control. It helps with metabolism. So it's going to help your metabolism increase. It's going to help it's going to help you with appetite control. So all those sugar cravings and things that you have, Slim is going to directly address those, which is fantastic. We also have a second round of defense with that appetite control, and that's the Garcinia cambogia that's there. Also, if you have inflammation throughout the body, whether you have maybe just joint issues or inflammation just from not eating well over the years, just not taking care of your body, alpha lipoic acid is there. It's going to address that. I could go on and on about all these ingredients, but let me tell you, this product is absolutely amazing, and it fits into your life. It doesn't dictate it. That's what I love about Plexus. We aren't telling you, take this, don't eat normal, and then, because then when you stop doing that, guess what's going to happen? You go back to eating normal, then everything, the issues you were having, they come right back. Plexus simply helps you make these healthy choices to live the healthy lifestyle that helps you live your best health. And that is what it's about, living out your best health and fitting into your life, not dictating it. So that's Slim. That's where we begin. Now let's go to the weed part. As you see the two products there, the ProBio 5 and the Bio Cleanse. All right, these are amazing partners that really come along to weed the soil. Now we've already tilled the soil. We're incorporating nutrients with the feed of the Slim. We're getting that all ready, getting your gut ready, increasing some of those good things. But now what do we do with all that bad stuff that's there? Because let me tell you, if you haven't ever thought about it before, you might not want to. I think Amber has another slide. Can you scoot to that slide? I might have you toggle back to that one. Yeah, this is so gross. It really is. It's really gross. But y'all, if you see that, that is the inside of a colon, okay? And can I tell you that I have actual pictures of my colon when I was diagnosed with my autoimmune issue, and it looked somewhat like this, but also with open ulcers inside of it. And I was just like, what? I had no idea that this is what my insides look like. But so many people, we all have candida, which is a yeast that is that God placed in us. But do you know why God placed that in our bodies? God placed that in our bodies so that when you die, your body will decompose. Okay, but here's the problem: we haven't done a really great job as humans in a fallen world feeding our body the way it should be. So what happens is we've been feeding this and it begins to overgrow. And so essentially your body's going into early decomposition, this overgrowth of yeast. And it not only affects your colon, it affects so many other aspects of your body and the functions of your body. So the ProBio 5, the way it weeds is it does have good probiotics. It has 3 strains of live good probiotics to get in there. But what it also has is, you see this little bugger over to the side, and you see how it's this is the protective coating of the yeast. It's chitin, and that chitin, if you've ever stepped on a beetle and it goes crunch, okay, a beetle shell is made of chitin. So this yeast overgrowth is not easy to get rid of. It has a protective, it's in there to stay. Like, it wants to stay, okay? So you have to have something to get rid of that. And what is awesome is we have this enzyme blend, an antifungal in the ProBio 5 that actually breaks through that chitinous shell, and it gets rid of the yeast overgrowth. This is going to affect so much of your health. It is so fantastic that it gets in there and weeds that out. Think about the soil. Have you ever pulled up crabgrass? That's what we call it in the South. That crabgrass, and like you see a little piece, and then you pull it up, and it's like it keeps going. You're like, how did this even get here? And the root is way over there. And if I were to just pluck that one little piece, it wouldn't get rid of it. It would only just let me not see it right there. But I have to realize I got to get to the root. That's why we say that Plexus addresses root causes. You can toggle back to that other slide if you don't mind. That's why it addresses root causes. So it's absolutely amazing to keep your body in balance and balance that level where it needs to be for your body to function appropriately. Now, the partner to this is BioCleanse. Now, don't run, okay, because it's the word cleanse. That's a real buzzword in the health industry. And people are like, okay, so how many days do I need to take off work? Or like, do I need to like camp beside the restroom, like move my office chair to beside the restroom in my office? Okay, no, this is not that. It's a magnesium hydroxide supplement that is so amazing because it's going to help your body function and eliminate appropriately. For some people that may mean less. For some people that may mean more. But, we should all be eliminating effectively. And yes, we're talking poop, okay? Eliminate effectively. You should be doing that at least 2 times a day. And I have people now that I talk to, and they're like, well, I go like once every 3 days. Oh my goodness. Well, that's like, me having all this trash in my trash can and I'm never emptying it out. You know, when that never empties out, you know, those toxins, they go right back into your body. And so when your body is reabsorbing those toxins, it's going to affect the function of your organs, the function of your body, your skin health, all those things. So it's super important that you have this. I love to call ProBio 5 the redecorator. It comes in and like puts the good stuff in, and then the antifungal in there and the BioCleanse. I love to call it the trash man. They like usher everything out. You want the trash man to come. You don't want all that to pile up. Okay, so. It's your ProBio 5 is going to be that redesigner, that interior designer, and then your BioCleanse is going to be the trash man. And then along those same lines, we also have the Vital Biome. And now a Vital Biome is also a probiotic, but this is not an either or kind of thing. We know that the function of that ProBio 5 is really to focus in on the yeast, and that antifungal really coming in there, and also putting some good in. This Vital Biome is our new product, and I am in love. Okay, it is so fantastic because if you think about it, if you see the picture, you see the analogy that we've got going here. You've prepared the soil, you've weeded the soil is ready, right? But then if you never put the good things back, and you never be intentional with what you're wanting to grow in that garden, you're just going to have a pretty little patch of dirt, right? We don't want a pretty little patch of dirt. We want good things growing. You want to see the good come in there, and that's where Vital Biome comes in. Now, it has 8 strains of amazing probiotics that are going to focus on really creating a healthy microbiome for your gut. It's going to replenish the good guys, like it says there. But the awesome thing is Plexus was so intentional to make sure, we call ourselves the Health and Happiness Company. They put specific strains in there that are going to focus on lessening anxiety, depression, helping overall mood, and helping to increase these good things in your gut, like Akkermansia, which Slim does as well, to levels that are really going to help increase that metabolism naturally, going to help your body function appropriately the way it was designed to function. So you're seeding that, you're going to see all these good side effects, these good things happening, because your body, the seeds that it needs and the nutrients that it needs are all being put there. And then what good is that if you don't put some protection around your garden, right? You go in and you don't just ignore it after that. You know, there are critters that want to come eat all that good stuff in your garden. I know in the South, that's the way it is. And deer are one of the things that love to come along and eat out of that garden, right? And so a lot of times we'll put up some netting, or people will put up the little pie pans, that things to deter them, protection, okay? And this is where X Factor Plus comes in. This is not your mama's multivitamin, okay? This is not, let me go to Walmart and grab something off the shelf. Let me go to Walgreens and CVS. Nope, this is not that. This is such an intentional and amazing multivitamin. It is going to help get in there and reduce the harmful things that are in your gut. It's going to reduce those compounds that are there. And the X Factor, I love it because it has 23 vitamins and minerals, and it has 50 trace minerals. So you are getting so many amazing things in this. And here's the thing, every single one of these vitamins that are in here, this is why it sets it apart. They are bioactive and bioavailable. That just means that they are in forms that your body doesn't have to work and break down, that your body is they're readily available for your body to absorb and start using. So analogy I like to use with that is, if I am really hungry, okay, if there's something my body needs fuel, right? And I go to my freezer and I pull out a frozen freezer wrapped steak. I can't just chomp into that, right? What do I have to do? I have to unwrap it and de-thaw it and marinate it, and then I'm going to cook it, and then I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to chew it, and then it's in my body, right? Well, normally that's about the number of processes that your body has to go through to just get what small amount of nutrients and vitamins are in your typical multivitamin. So that our Plexus multivitamin is not that way. It's like pulling out the cook, you know, like when your mama used to feed you steak, right? The first time you ever ate steak, your mama cut it up for you, right? And it's all but like baby food into your mouth. Here's the airplane. Here you go. It's that simple, right in the mouth, right ready for your body to absorb it. That's what's so awesome about X Factor. And there's a lot of fancy words to say that, but I want you to understand that it is these plant-based not these man-made chemical vitamins and nutrients. These are all plant-based. Even the little capsule, it's green because of the chlorophyll, which if you don't know what that is, I mean, that's plant-based. That's the color from the plant is in there. So that's what's so fantastic about it. And these trace minerals, you know, they aren't something to just wash over when you hear me say that. The awesome thing about them is each one of those have such amazing effects. One of them, I'm going to pull this up, read this one because it always just like amazes me at the things that are in here. So like, here's a random one. Okay. I'm going to read because I'm going to show you how like amazing, even just this random one. It's called molybdenum. Okay. And it's actually on the scientific chart, and it's in here. It's an essential trace mineral. Listen to what it does. It has enzymes that help break down fats and carbohydrates. Hello, that's just a trace. And how awesome is that? It's going to help break down your fats and carbohydrates. And that's just one of the trace minerals that's in there. You have all of these other great ones. And on top of all that, we also have the aloe, the inside of aloe plant. You ever broken up an aloe plant and have all that gel there? That inside of that plant is a part of this X factor. And aloe, it goes in and it preps the lining of your intestine, which is where all the absorption happens. It preps the lining of your intestine so that they're even more absorbed by the body. It is amazing. B complex in here. It's going to help your energy. And here's one that is amazing. Clinical trials have shown. All right, you ready for this, ladies? And if you're a guy, I'm sorry. It does affect your life. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, it could affect your energy bill. I'm telling you right now, it could affect your power bill. And here's why. This has been clinically shown to help with hot flashes and side effects from menopause and premenopausal symptoms. Hello. This is awesome. Okay. This is amazing. Like, I'm telling you, this product, there's nothing else like it. It's so amazing. It has antioxidants in it, so it's going to be great to help protect against all those things come in that could be cancer-causing agents. I mean, I could just go on and on about how this is protecting your body. So I want you to see this complete picture of how this company, even if you're like, well, I can't start on all of these. I mean, that's okay. Here's what you need to know. You need to know that this company has your best health in mind. Because we aren't trying to give you a magic pill. We aren't trying to tell you, oh, do this and you'll have this, this crazy effect, these crazy results happen. What we're saying is, look, start taking care of your insides and it's going to show up on the outsides. It is going to happen. And here's a big kicker I'm going to tell you with these products. Water, 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 right? No garden can survive without water. Our products work best on a hydrated body. So water, 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 water. You want to water these things. If you're doing all these things, you don't want to then not water your garden so that it can grow the way you want it to. But I'm telling you, there is at least one product that we have that can be a place for you to start to really begin this process of weed, seed, feed, and protect as far as your gut, because that is where the root issues lie. And when you take care of the root issues, then you can really begin to see not just a temporary moment of health. You're going to see long-term health that lasts. And that is what it's all about. It is all about walking out your best health. So I'm super excited that you took time to join us tonight and really learn about these products. I know I've put a lot of information out there for you, and I'm sure that whomever invited you to the call can really share with you even more about how you can get in contact and what would be the best thing for you. So make sure that you're telling them what your main health issues and health goals are, because there are some ways that would be better for you to start than others. And that's what's amazing about the products is that they fit in and you can tweak them for wherever you are, for whatever needs you have. And you can just walk forward in confidence, knowing that it's going to help address your health goals and your health issues. And so I'm super excited for you to be a part of that. Thanks, you guys, for letting me share tonight. And I'm going to jump it back over to Amber, your amazing leader.
Aw, thanks, Julie. Oh my goodness. Like, do you guys see why I wanted her to share? Like, there's so much good. Like, she could say it out so clearly and just, I don't know, it's amazing. So thank you so much for sharing that.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah. So cool. Okay, so let's move on here. I'm gonna go through that little graphic there. It's so gross, but it like gets point across to see the nasty shell and the gut. Ugh. But just some really quick common questions that we want to go through here that I hear. Typically people ask, well, is it expensive? Will it work for me? Is it FDA approved? Is it safe? All right. Those are just some questions I hear. So let's just go ahead and get the answers out of the way. Is it expensive? Well, what are your vices? You know, how many people spend money on medication? And how many have a gym membership and never go? I know so many people are guilty of that. How often do you throw out food? I know I used to throw out quite a bit of healthy food because my body still craved the junk because my gut was so messed up that I wanted to eat, you know, the sugar and stuff because my body craved it. So the other stuff would just go bad. So I wasted a lot of money there. This or that, you know, you can see that's obviously Starbucks and then Slim, and they're both around $3 a day. Actually, Starbucks is a lot more than that. You know, it's like what, $4 or $5 for like a small one. So, you know, keep that in mind. It costs money to be sick as well. And Slim is actually a little cheaper than that. So yeah, it's not expensive at all. Will it work for me? Well, you know, will you give the products time to work? It takes 90 days for your cells to regenerate. It takes 6 weeks to 6 months for your gut bacteria to balance out. All right. That's you know, that's time. The products, like Julie was saying, the products aren't magic. You know, it's not some quick fix. It's about getting to the root of your issues so that you can be healthy and be the person that you're supposed to be. Like I said in the beginning, I always thought, like, I knew I didn't feel great, but I didn't know how bad I felt until I started the products. And it's like, my goodness, like I've been missing out on so much. You know, even like feeling better than I did as a teenager for certain things in my life that I had struggled with. So that was amazing to me. It's not magic. You have to give the products time to do their job. So just remember that, all right? We want to give them time to work. So will it work for you? Well, that depends on if you're willing to actually give the products some time to work, all right? It's not quick fix. It's not magic. Really quick here, this is my daughter Ella, and like we've said before, we don't endorse for children. By all means, talk to pediatrician. Many kids do take the products with their pediatrician's approval, but my sweet Ella here, she had some warts that went away, but the biggest thing for her was she had a lot of UTIs and yeast infections that she dealt with a lot, like pretty much monthly from the age of 2.5. And then I started her on the probiotic and the cleanse when she was 5.5. And she's had one yeast infection that was in the very beginning. And I think it was just her gut getting cleaned out and it kind of sent her into a yeast infection. And then she was fine and she hasn't had any since, not one. And we've tried many probiotics. We tried all kinds of natural things. Of course, the doctor always, you know, prescribed a antibiotic to kill the yeast, and, you know, that makes it worse. I mean, it's just a mess. So the poor little girl, she's doing so much better. Is it FDA approved? Well, who's ever taken a vitamin? I'm sure everybody's taken some type of multivitamin out there. Well, the FDA does not approve or disapprove of any vitamin or supplement, all right? They're not going to approve of that. But I will say they do approve of cigarettes, and they do approve of all kinds of junk that's in our food on our shelves, and, you know, all kinds of stuff that's not good for us. So quite frankly, it's okay that they don't approve of my vitamin or supplement. All right, just saying. All right, is it safe? Well, like we said, the products are safe and natural, but always check with your physician. If you have any medical issue, you take medication, just talk to them, show them the list of ingredients. We can get you that list. The person who invited you on the call can send you that list, and you can print it out and show them and just say, hey, will any of these ingredients affect my medical issue or my medication that I take? All right, so just, you know, just always ask. All right, so I love Plexus. Well, what if one opportunity could change your life? All right, one opportunity has seriously changed my family's life. When I joined Plexus, when I first heard about Plexus, I heard it from my friend Amy, and I knew, okay, this is the answer to my prayer when it comes to our health. I just had this like piece like this. We're supposed to try this. It took a while to convince my husband, but I knew like we're supposed to try this. So after a couple months of him hearing me say, we've got to try it, we tried it, and I knew, I'm like, this is going to help our health. Like I can just tell. Well, I didn't realize that it was also God's answer to prayer for our finances. I had no clue until a few months in, and I was like, he answered both of my prayers with this one business. And so it's been huge for us. So you love it, so now what? All right. Well, is joining Plexus expensive? Okay. I love answering or asking this question because when I'm with somebody and I ask, well, how much do you think it is to join? They're like, I don't know, $500, $100. We even have people say $1,000. And I tell them, nope, it's $34.95. It's seriously $34.95 to get your own website, to get your own back office and everything, to buy the products at wholesale price so you don't have to, spend retail price or, the customer price. You can get it at wholesale. You have the option to shop whenever you want. You actually make money on your own purchases. There is absolutely no risk at all to join Plexus. There really isn't. It's just a done deal. For me, I was like, I want the cheapest price. And when I love the products, I'm like, well, I'm going to turn around and share with everybody. So I might as well make some money too. And so it's been huge. It's been such a cheap investment and such a huge return. So no risk at all. It is not expensive. Okay, plus when you join, you get the option of getting these welcome packs that are amazing. They give it to you at a really discounted price, even cheaper than wholesale. It's their way of saying, hey, thank you for joining. Now buy your first product purchase really cheap. So love that about it. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to ask my friend, before I move on, I'm going to ask my friend Amy. She's the one that I joined through. And I just want her to share her quick testimony of when she, how she got started and just how it's been amazing for her and her family. So I'm going to ask her to unmute. Amy, are you there? We'll see. I know she was having some technical difficulties.
Yes. Hi, I'm so sorry. The moment they always so say hi. Sorry about that. Hi. Okay, I need everyone quiet. I need you quiet. Go sit down. I need you quiet. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna be real quick, you guys. My battery is at 10%. I need everyone to be quiet. Okay. I'm so sorry, Amber. They were all in vacation the moment you said mute. They all piled in. But anyway, okay, so I started Plexus about 3 years ago. And no, I'm sorry. No, do you hear me?
You're okay, Amy. Hey, it's real life.
Quiet. Okay. I joined nothing more than to be a stay-at-home mama. So definitely never thought network marketing or Plexus would be the thing for me. I saw my friends posting all the time. I was definitely interested in the product, but I did not think that I could afford it. So anyway, Amber put her mortgage and her car payment. So when she said that, a light bulb went off, and I just thought, oh my goodness, if she could do it, that means it's possible, because I know this girl. And we were definitely struggling financially. We were living in a 600 square foot mobile home that we downsized so that I could be a stay-at-home mama. And groceries was a struggle. So this for me was a light bulb, and I thought, wow, okay, if she could do it, I could do it. So I went ahead and joined and just gave it everything I have. And now our lives are completely different. I was able to not only pay for my products, but quickly able to pay for our mortgage too. And then we were able to get some new cars. I have a free Lexus. My husband was able to quit his full-time job to be home with us, because that was another burden. And
Uh-oh. Amy, are you there? Hang on 1 second. See if she comes back. I think she's frozen. Amy, you there? All right, guys, I'm just going to move on. I know her testimony too, and I do know that it's been huge for her family. Like she said, her husband's able to stay at home now too. I don't know if she mentioned, they actually, before she joined Plexus, they made $18,000 the year before as a family of 5. So living on $18,000 was extremely hard. So now they make, 6 figures, and, we don't share all that to brag or anything like that. It's just sharing that anybody can do this. Like I said, I was someone shy, someone who didn't want to get in front of people, but I saw the opportunity and I could not leave it alone. Like, it was an answer to prayer. So, and I know that's how it was for her too. So it's huge. And I know something I hear people say is, I'm not a salesperson. I am not a salesperson. I share, and if you're on this call and I've shared with you, I'm not a salesperson. I share because I care, which sounds so cheesy to even say, but it truly is. Like, this is a ministry to me because I know how it's helped my family. And honestly, I would feel selfish if I didn't share it. Like, people have to have these products and the opportunity. You know, there's people struggling. And so I just want you to think, have you ever told anybody about your favorite restaurant or about a sale? Okay, we all tell people about stuff. You know, oh, girl, you got to go check out that shoe sale, or you got to try this chicken at some restaurant. You know, we tell people about stuff. That's really all that we are doing, is just telling. I've tried network marketing. Well, Plexus is in full momentum, the right products, the right time, the right place. All right. I'm going to skip this little video here, but they truly are. We started out, the team purchased a breast health company, which we still have the breast kit. It's amazing. It's been featured on the doctor's show. And then we just grew. They launched the Slim in 2009, and it's just grown ridiculously since then. Completely debt-free company. Over 40% of the products are purchased by customers, which if you know anything about this line of work, you know that's huge. And 1% return ratio. Okay, that tells you something right there if there's a 1% return ratio. All right, that is crazy. So, and I love how they're completely debt-free. And Morgan Stanley backs us up. They back us up and they compare us to Google and Facebook. You know, that's pretty awesome. Google and Facebook exploded. We've definitely exploded. 2016, we were in the Better Business Bureau as an A+. If you know anything about that, that's really, really good. You know, we've been in Inc. 5000 a couple times. Success from Home did issues about Plexus. This last one they did had Plexus the whole way through it. And I personally know people in that magazine, so that was really awesome to see them in there. So it's just really cool to see some of the, you know, growth there. Our comp plan is unbelievable. Like I already said, you know, we get paid 11 different ways. I'm Senior Ruby. My next rank is Emerald, which is crazy to even think about. You know, get the free Lexus, the trip to Hawaii, all that fun stuff. It's fun perks, but honestly, it's not what drives me. It really isn't. What drives me is my family, number one, because I see how this is helping them, and I want the freedom, you know, to do things that we want to do. You know, and all these dreams that my husband and I have, you know, when it comes to different things we want to do in ministry. And then also helping everybody else. Like that seriously is what drives me when I hear people say, especially people that I've been talking to for a long time, and they come to me a couple months after they've started the products and they say, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm not dealing with this issue anymore. I've dealt with it for years. And it seriously stops me in my tracks and reminds me, this is why you do it, Amber. Like I cannot quit. I can't even describe that feeling. And it may take some time, you know, it may take some time to get people to say, come on, I'm going to do this, you know, do it with me. But when they do, and they see how much has changed their heart or changed their life, it is so rewarding. And that's what keeps me going. That is what motivates me personally. So, but the comp plan is unbelievable. I mean, it's, yeah, you can see it right there, the numbers, and it's legit. So, and it's pretty cool because I'm Senior Ruby, almost Emerald. Amy, who just talked, she's Emerald. So that's a jewel. And then everybody up from her are diamonds. They're at the very top of the company. And I personally know several of them. 2 of them I went to school with. So they're people that are real. They're not, you know, some paid actors and some random people who went to school for network marketing, you know, for marketing. So it's really neat. All right, 25 is the magic number. I like to show this really quick. We all know people, right? It really is duplication. You sign up some people, they turn around and sign people, and it duplicates and duplicates and duplicates. And then pretty soon you are driving that Lexus. So, you know your mom, your sister-in-law, sign them up, turn around, have them sign 3 people up, and it goes from there. So it really can be that simple, and it just takes some work. So really cool. All right, what if Plexus was the last thing you had to try? Okay, I just want you to think about that. What if it was the last thing you ever had to try? Okay, what if it actually works? What if you could have good health? What if you could feel life again? What if you could gain energy? What if you can actually sleep? Like, what if? All right, I want you to stop and think about that. This could be the answer that you have been looking for, and you know, only you know that. So it's really amazing to think about. So I'm going to go ahead and just escape from here real quick. Okay, here we go. So if you're a guest on here and you have any questions or anything, definitely reach out to the person who invited you. You know, if you're an ambassador on here or a customer, you know, whatever it may be, whoever invited you, definitely reach out to them with any questions. We are all here to help. We're here to help you get started, or here to help you order the new products and see how amazing they are. So I'm so glad you all got to hear from Julie, and I just want to thank her again for sharing with us. It's crazy good stuff, guys, so don't miss out. All right, so I just want to thank you all for being on the call, and I hope you have a good night. I know tonight was just a little longer, but hey, that's okay. We have so much good information. So all right, you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.